Hey there, folks. I just came off of a few days of training with the old 40 cal. I was using a lot of this 160. Oh, this is the 180 grain. Sorry, 180 grain gold dot hollow points and a 40 caliber Glock Model 22. Oh, so why did I get back on shooting this gun? Why am I shooting this gun? And what am I hoping to get out of it? Well, like many of you, I have this stuff laying around. A few 40 caliber pistols and lots of 40 cal ammunition. Now, people don't really shoot these anymore for the most part. There's a few guys that are still issued these and shoot them. There's some USPSA nerds that still use 40 cal. But 40 is going away fairly quickly, and it'll be, I don't know, it'll probably be marginalized or dead, or whatever, completely dead pretty soon. But for me, it's interesting. Hey, let's go back and shoot this thing, 40 cal, iron sight Glock, and shoot it a lot and see what do I think of it, what did I get out of it, and how have my opinions changed. Well, I should tell you, when did I get this gun? More than 15 years ago. So I've had this gun for a long time, and when I got it, I was of the opinion like, hey, it's a Glock, it's going to run good. This gun has been good for me, it works fine. But I'd say the 40 cal, it's sort of unnecessary. Like it recoils a lot. It's expensive. You don't really need 40. People have kind of come around to that opinion that for most applications, this isn't really better. It's just more sort of cumbersome and expensive than the 9. And coming back around to it years later, I'd say, yep, that's still definitely my opinion. I wouldn't say I'm shooting it, I'm like mad about it. Like I don't really care, but it is, being honest, like it is a little bit unnecessary. Don't really need it. Now there's a few impressions I had shooting this that might be a little bit surprising. So first, you might notice these are factory Glock sights. They haven't been changed. Most of my competition guns, the sights did get changed, but for whatever reason, I never changed these sights. I just left them stock. I haven't shot iron sights very seriously in quite a while. And I have to tell you, I didn't mind the dot in U thing. Like normally it annoys me to have white on the rear sight or have the rear sight be bright. Shooting this gun over the course of, less than a week. I mean, I shot a couple thousand rounds in a few days. I didn't shoot it a ton. I shot a little bit. But I didn't mind the sight configuration just because I'm so used to shooting a dot now that it's like having the sight be more apparent doesn't really bother me. I mean, I'm shooting iron sights focused on the target, and I just see the white ball from the front sight. I see the white, like flashes of the white on the rear sight. And I mean, aiming was fine. If anything, it's like I feel like shooting these irons, I have less information when I'm aiming. I have the information I need, but I don't have awareness of the sights like I do with a red dot, obviously. So I feel like I have less information, but at the same time, I have all the information I need. It's back to that strange sense with iron sights where I'm kind of trying to suss out information from the sights rather than with the dot. It comes and punches me in the face with info, and kind of too much info in a sense. This tilts the other way. And it was interesting to shoot irons again and not really be annoyed too much by the factory Glock configuration. The other thing that surprised me a little bit is I'd say I found the recoil of the gun, I wouldn't say less annoying, but less punishing. So what do I mean by that? So normally, like the way that I normally train, or people that train a lot do it, if I go shoot 300, 400, 500 rounds of pistol ammunition a day, like that's pretty normal, and that happens. That's pretty common. Like I'm going to do that. A lot of people do that if they have access to those kind of resources. Now with a 9mm gun, 5 days a week, 500 rounds a day, I probably wouldn't even really notice it or be getting tired or have any things on my hand or any injuries or cuts or nothing. There would basically be no evidence on my hands by look or by feel that I was, shooting that week. Now, in fairness, I shoot all the time. I'm very accustomed to this. But even so, the 9mm is very low impact for me. Now, in the years since I shot a lot of 40, I would say I'm more focused on not putting in too much input, too much grip pressure, not doing too much work. Just stay connected to the gun and let the gun do what it's going to do in recoil. And I've been training a lot in the years since I shot 40. And now, after coming off of shooting thousands of rounds of this gold dot, even in 40 cal, like 500 rounds a day or whatever, just go shoot it. I don't really have evidence in my hands that the gun was beating me up. Like, I'm not cut up or marked up from it. Do my hands feel more used? Yes, my hands feel more used than they would if I was shooting 9. But at the same time, it doesn't feel bad or uncomfortable or horrible. It was okay. It was fine. I think I've gotten better in that sense, that I'm not getting punished by the gun as much. Now, as far as in the moment, recoil control, like follow-on shots, that type of thing, yeah, the 40 is definitely that recoil slows me down in a shooting sense. I feel like I have to confirm that front sight return far sooner than I would have to shooting a 9 or shooting a 9 with a dot. It's just easy to tell when the gun comes back. So definitely the 40 is more challenging, don't get me wrong, but unlike kind of my past experiences, it doesn't feel as punishing as it used to. It just feels like more. It feels unnecessary. I could even say stuffing the magazines, just like the bigger bullet and all that stuff, stuffing the mag was as much more annoying as, the extra recoil, which is so I notice it. I'm using my hands more, but it's not, debilitating or horrible. All in all, coming back and shooting this gold dot through the 40, I thought it was great. I really enjoyed the training. I felt I got a lot out of it. It was good for me. I'm happy that I have a good supply of this ammunition because I want to come back to it and do it some more. If you don't have a supply of 40, which probably most people don't, probably doesn't make sense to go get one. I mean, shooting the service pistol of 15 years ago, this was kind of the standard thing, right? A Glock 22, iron sights, that kind of thing. Shooting this pistol of yesteryear, I can see why it was the pistol. It's reliable. It's a good gun. It's got sort of more power than you need. That thing's going to keep fucking going. It's going to drive me insane. All right, anyway, it's got more power than you need. It's reliable. It's a good gun, to be honest. But at the same time, it's very apparent why this shit went away or why people aren't interested in shooting this anymore. It's a lot more effort than shooting the 9mm guns, and I'm not sure how much value you get out of it, except that you need to be better, I suppose. But I'm not sure that the actual effect of the gun is better. In any event, I'm glad I did it. I do like shooting. It was nice to come back and shoot 40. I think I'm going to do it again in the future. Don't know when that'll be, but I'm definitely glad I'm sitting on some ammo.